Alright, so today I'm starting a new series of farming, and this is going to be like my friend's farm that he gave to us. And yeah, let's get going. Alright, so this is me later on after I edited this once. So I know that was kind of a crappy backstory for the video, but it doesn't really matter because like 15 minutes into this, we already start doing stuff that wouldn't really work with the 90s to 2000s theme we were going with. This is going to be like a 90s to 2000s series, even though these trucks we're using are, I think, like 2017, but we're just going to go with it because those are just the trucks we found. So we're pulling up to the farm, and his equipment is very old because he just hasn't used it in a while. So it's older equipment. But yeah. Let's go check it out and see what we can find. And we also had some like super speed mods and stuff, and I forgot to turn it off before we started recording, so I ran a little fast in this. I don't know what he was doing. He was trying to park in that spot right there, I guess. Let's go see what's in the sheds. And if any of this old equipment still works. Alright, got that one to go. That one's good. I did have audio with this so that you could hear the game audio, but I didn't realize I was playing music in the background, so this is just gonna have to be a voiceover for the first episode. Alright, let's see what's in here. The garage doors wouldn't open from the outside. There's nothing in there. Alright. Alright, now we're gonna check it in this shed and see what's in here. Over there was just, I guess, like a bay for his semi or whatever. And here's his tractors. He's got I think that's a 4755. I don't remember. And then that's the plowing tractor. I don't know what brand that is. And then there's the old John Deere 4020. I went back and grabbed the 4755 because I didn't want to walk. Because I kept using my super speed and it just didn't look right, so I drove a tractor. Alright, so we're gonna go and check out field. I think this is field 7. Or no, this is field 5. Gonna go look at this and see. Alright, so it's harvested canola. So we'll just have to plow this up and replant. He took my tractor, so I had to go run back and grab the other tractor. I'm going to grab the red plow tractor. I still don't know what that thing is. I don't even want to try to say that name. It just popped up in the bottom center if you're curious what it's called. But I'm not even going to try to say that name. Alright, we're going to back up to the plow and get going. I was trying to make it look like I was hooking up the plow right there, but it just wasn't right. I really just need to get a manual hookup mod or something. Alright, so we're gonna go start plowing right here. Or, not plowing, cultivating. Lower the cultivator and get going. A little bit of concrete from that shed in the field. When I was doing this, I was thinking that I could just keep going and use the cultivator like a plow, but I forgot that one doesn't have that option. So I have to fold it up and go grab a plow. Or go see if he had one. If not, then I gotta buy one. There's the other plow. I don't know why he has those 5 grain carts hooked together like that. That thing is like impossible to do anything with. This was me making fun of the plow's 3-point because it didn't attach right. The game just made the graphics look weird right there, and the 3-point was only like halfway on. But I mean, it's a game, it's not going to be perfect. Alright, so I'm getting this spot right here where that shed placement messed it up a little. It's still messed up, but the shed's in the field, so it's not that great. Then there was another spot over here that I was gonna go and straighten up the lines on. I didn't even remember him finding that collectible. Oh, I guess I decided that I didn't want to do that because I wanted it to be realistic, so took the money away that we got from it. And I was gonna plow that to straighten it up, but I just decided to plant grass right there instead and just keep that line right there going. So I'm gonna go back around and grab the cultivator and keep going. So this first episode alone was about, I think, an hour and a half or 2 hours. So I'll probably cut this one up into a couple of episodes just so my video isn't 2 hours long and it's better for you to watch shorter. Because I know some people will sit there and watch a 2-hour video, but a lot of people won't because it's a waste of time. I used to do a mining server, and I was gonna do some videos on that, but we're having a problem with some of the mods, and the game keeps crashing. Just about every 5 minutes, if you get into a machine, it'll just immediately crash your game. We're still trying to fix it, but if we can, I have a mining server I'm gonna start doing live streams and things on. Trying to get more content out, but it's just kind of difficult because I don't really have much content to put out. It's just this 30-minute video that you're watching probably took me 4 hours to make, so kind of hard to make content like this and go to school and all at the same time. We're switching right here, and I was gonna plant and let him use that plow because it's really slow and I didn't feel like doing it. And what am I doing right here? Oh yeah, I was turning off seasonal growth because I forgot to turn it off before the video started and we couldn't plant anything. Oh yeah, that's my catapult, or yeah. You'll see it again in a second when we pass it when I'm planting. We planted corn for this field, and this planter's actually really nice. I've never used it before, but it was a nice planter. And you can see right there, it unfolds into a trailer that you can pull the other way, so you can pull it down the road and things. That was me trying to figure out how to work it because I've never used it before. Then there he goes in the plow, or cultivator. I keep saying plow, I don't know why. He backed up a little bit there so I could get around him. Yeah, and we were just planting and cultivating here, so I'll time lapse it and get back to you when we were done. Alright, so it's actually the next day now. We ended up finishing that cornfield over to my left. You can see it's grown a little. And we sold the red tractor, the red cultivator tractor. We sold it because it would only pull that cultivator at like 2 or 3 miles an hour. So we had to sell it and replace it with a 8R, I believe is what we bought. But yeah, now we're cultivating sorghum. Not cultivating. I don't know what I'm thinking about. We're harvesting sorghum in this field right here, which is field 8. I think I can barely read that map. But yeah, we're harvesting the sorghum out of this field. Our whole goal for this episode is to get enough money to upgrade this combine and to buy the field to my left, which is field 4. It's like 25 acres or so of corn. It's the biggest field on the map. You can see it on the map there. It's giant. But yeah, I was just explaining what was going on, and I'll hit the time lapse again and let you get back to watching us harvest. Alright, so we're finishing up harvest and we are going to immediately sell all of this sorghum because, like I said, our goal is to buy field 4. And field 4 cost, I think it was $105,000. And so we need around $62,000. Right here we were looking at buying a new harvester because this old one just is so slow and so small. But yeah, we've been unloading into that 5-cart train. We're gonna go sell it and see how much money we can get for it so we can buy field 4. My partner right there said he would put the combine up for me so I could go take this into town and sell it. I'm also going to grab some canola out of the silo that was there when we got there. My friend that gave us this farm left it there. Oh, no, he's not going to put it back up. He's going to start on another field we have. I don't remember. I think it was also sorghum. I had to move this semi out of my way to get far enough up that I could load the back trains because the first 2 have sorghum in them. So I'm going to put the canola in the 3rd one and maybe the 4th one. I don't remember. Oh, it was only 8,000 liters. It'll all go in the 3rd one. Alright. And I really should have dropped the last 2 at the farm and left them there. But my friend wanted me to keep all 5 together because they're hard to hook back up once you detach them. But at the sell point I'm going to, I ended up having to take them all apart and do them one by one because it was just impossible to get those 5 in there. I'm going to the supermarket because it takes both canola and sorghum. I had to go on my map and find it. This 4020 is a really nice tractor for these older videos like this. It's one of my favorite old John Deeres. I just don't like how slow older tractors are. And right about here, the 4020 just couldn't pull it up that hill. So I just had to hold it as high up as I could and wait for my friend to get there with his pickup truck so he could push me up the hill. And He has a bull bar on his truck, so it didn't hurt his truck at all to push it. I keep slipping back. I'm trying not to fall and wait on him to get there. There he comes. I know it would have been a little more realistic to get the 4755 or just his truck and use that to pull it instead of pushing the 4020. But it was just faster to get his truck and just pull it or push it with the 4020 on the front. I was really hoping that that sell point was right there on the side, but it's not. It's right there. And that tiny little spot, I just couldn't get it in there good. I don't think I even tried to get it in there. I just took it apart and did them one by one. I was trying to figure out how I was going to do this, and then I just decided right there to just detach them and do them one by one. This was the only full trailer. It was sorghum. And with this trailer, it was, most of the field. So we got $12,000 for that. Just about. I was trying to back that trailer up, but with that pivot right there, it was kind of difficult. I couldn't back it up, so I just grabbed it and just moved it. Again, I probably shouldn't have used super strength, but it makes it a lot easier on me to use that because I'm not very skilled with the pivoting trailers like that, or articulating, whatever you want to call them. And I just left those two empty ones there, and now these two trailers right here, these took me I think 10 minutes to get them in there and put the tractor on it, because it just I wasn't doing it a smart way like I should have, and I was trying to pull them in this way, but it just wasn't really working, and that back trailer kept getting stuck on that corner. And see, now I got them both in here, but then I realized I gotta hook the tractor to it. So I was thinking I could just put that tractor on the bushes, but that didn't really work out, because that short little silos there, I wouldn't have been able to hook up, so I had to flip them around. I don't know why I was pulling them back out. I could have just doing? I recorded this a couple days ago from when I'm editing it, so I don't really remember what I was trying to do, hooking everything back up like that. I feel like that really would only make it worse. But I might have been thinking something else when I hooked them together. I can tell you that those two right there took forever to get hooked up. Took so many different tries. I was using super speed there. Got it stuck on a pole and it ended up going around it. Yeah, so now I'm gonna hook them to the tractor, and I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. I should have just took those last two and backed them in there and just backed them in there with the super strength and hooked it to the tractor, but I don't know what I was thinking. Oh no, it wasn't those two. It was that last one that just took forever to get it in the right spot. Right, I remember what I was doing now. Right here I was looking for somewhere that I could just clear those two trailers out and just not sell them. But I couldn't find it. Or I did find it, but it didn't work. This thing I'm messing with right here, I'm going to go to the bottom one, and it's going to say empty. And if you click the check mark, it'll empty out the trailer, but it'll only empty out the first trailer. It won't empty out the other ones. See, because it says Lizard Trailer 1. So it tried to empty the first one, but it was already empty. So the canola and the sorghum, I'm pretty sure they're like the second to the back and the one before it. I'm pretty sure it's where they're at right now. So that didn't work because it only emptied the first one. So I had to find a way to sell them. So now I'm going back to my idea I just had of using super strength to back it in there. I should have took all the trailers off and just pulled the two in there though. It would have been a lot smarter. Or at least take that back trailer off, because that back one's empty. Right there I was trying to get the canola out, but the trailer wasn't far enough back. Got it a little further. It should go now. But it's not going to, so it's got to go even further back onto the spot. Then I had the idea to take that last trailer off and move it out the way so that I could pull it all the way back. Had to pull it off the building again and get it backed up there. Now they should both go. Canola's dumping out. The canola was about 35% of the trailer. It sold for around the same of the full trailer of sorghum, and about 10% of sorghum sold for $3,000. This trailer was a little annoying to hook up to, because the pivot point wasn't wanting to pivot the way I wanted it to, so it wouldn't hook up. So I straightened up the trailers a little bit. I accidentally disconnected it right there, but hooked it back up, and see, it wants to stay turned to the side for some reason, so it was a little difficult. So still trying to hook this thing up. I couldn't hit the spot right, and I disconnected those on accident. I don't know, I keep hitting Q instead of E trying to get out. Didn't hook up that time either. Finally got it right there. Just teleporting back right there, because these trailers are so annoying that they're hard to drive, so I just teleported back to him. I just noticed that spot in the corn that's not planted. And again, this is like 3 days after I recorded this, so we already harvested this corn as of editing. And I didn't even notice those 2 spots right there that we didn't plant for some reason. I don't know why he's unloading into that one. He should have just unloaded into the train, because it's going to end up going in there anyway. I was just looking at that because I thought it was funny, because we just sold that and now it's on the used market. And his combine was still about halfway full, so he went and dumped into the train because he filled up this John Deere hopper right here. I was trying to figure out how to use that pipe, because it's weird. You don't just click and it unfolds. You have to like hold down left mouse and go left and right to open it. I was looking to get a sell point close, or not really closer, but just a different sell point because of that weird spot. But I decided not to get it yet. Right here again, just looking at harvesters. I was looking at how much that one would give us, and it took me a minute because I was using a calculator and like adding how much money we had with that one, and I believe I added how much the header cost too. Yep, here's me going back to get it. Yeah. So I added the price of the header. It ended up being like $130,000. I don't know. It was somewhere around 130,000 because we were hoping to get that T560 John Deere. Didn't have half the money we needed, and I was telling him we could get that top liner, but I looked at the header and that top liner is even smaller than the John Deere we have now. Because it's only a 6 meter, and I'm going to look, but the John Deere we have now I think is a 7.5. Okay, no, it's just a 7. Yeah, so our John Deere we have now is better than that top liner. And that New Holland right there I'm looking at is only a 7.6. So it's really just a waste to get that. And the first John Deere right there, the T560, it was also just like half a meter difference. It was really right there that we learned we had to go like one of the biggest, or there was really no point in upgrading, because the first half of the combines are right around 7 or 8 meters, so there was really no point in upgrading a 1.5 meters. Yeah, so then I started looking at, oh no, I'm still looking at that stupid top liner. Then I started looking at the Nova, but that was a 5 meter header, so that was even worse than what we had. I don't know why I was looking at it. I knew it was a shorter header. I think I was just checking the colors to see if it was for that Nova, because it didn't say it was. And looking at those harvesters and all, I was really kind of just wasting time waiting for his combine to fill back up. Then I was looking at taking out a loan. I was talking to him about it and seeing what he thought, but we decided not to. Or at least not for now. Looking at the headers and seeing the links of them. Because I was telling him we could go with this Massey Ferguson, but I looked and it's only 9.2, and we didn't want to spend that much money for 3 meters longer. So then we decided to go big to that, to like bigger ones, like that's a 12. It's an 8, a 9. I don't know why I'm still looking at that one. I've looked at it a bunch of times. It's a 7.6. I think I was just looking at the price. Oh yeah, I remember what I was doing right now. He was complaining that all the fuel is going out really fast. So I was looking at the difference between the fuel on the other John Deere and that one, because if it had the better fuel efficiency and better, a little bit better header, then we might as well get it, but I don't think we ever got that one. This will probably be around the end of the first episode. So I'll see you next time, and thanks for watching. And also make sure to like and subscribe for more content.